Good day. We are now on our week 4 of our lesson in mathematics. Describing and giving the value of numbers expressed in exponential form. Second quarter. And for the most essential learning competencies, there are two. Okay, so describes the exponent and the base in a number expressed in exponential notation. And number 2 gives the value of numbers expressed in exponential notation. This lesson will show you on how to understand the exponent and the base in a number, expresses in exponential notation, and the significance of the topic to any mathematical operations. Okay, so let me define first what is an exponent. Okay, so when we say exponent, this is a number that gives the power to which the base is raised. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have 4 raised to the second power. 4 is the base and 2 is the exponent, or this is the power. Okay, so the exponent refers, or the power refers to the number of times the base is to be multiplied by itself. To reiterate, the exponent will determine how many times you multiply a certain number of the base to itself. Okay, let me show you again the 4 to the second power, or 4 raised to the second power. So this is to write again 4 to the second power will become 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 is equals to 16. Again, we are not adding 4 and 4, or we are not multiplying 4 times 2, but instead we multiply 4 2 times by itself. So that is 4 times 4 equals 16. Again, 4 is the base, 2 is the exponent or the power, and you have to multiply 4 2 times by itself. This is the exponential form, this is the expanded form, and this is the value. Okay, another example. Let's say you have 2 raised to the 5th power. Okay, so this means that you have to multiply 2 5 times by itself. So that is equals to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 and multiply by 2, which is equals 2. Okay, so for you not to make an error in multiplying this, so let us multiply first the first two numbers. So we have 2 and 2 is equals to 4, and the 2 and 2 is equals to 4, and then bring down times 2, and then multiply again the 4 and 4. The result of the product of 4 and 4 is equals to 16 multiply by 2, so that is equals to 32. Again, to reiterate, 2 to the 5th is the exponential form. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is the expanded form. And 32 is the value of 2 raised to the 5th power. Another example. Let's say you have 8 raised to the 4th power. That will become 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. Again, so we have to multiply the 8 and 8. So 8 and 8 is equals to 64. And then bring down the 8 and the other 8. Okay, so this time multiply 64 and 8. And the product of 64 and 8, of course, that will become 8 times 4 is 32, carry 3. So that is equals to 512. And then multiply it by another 8. So this time the result now is 4096. Again, 8 to the 4th is the exponential form. The 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 is the expanded form. And the 4096, that is the value of 8 raised to the 4th power. Next, samahan, this time let us involve the variable. So let's say you have the quantity 2a close raised to the 3rd power. So this time we use a letter A. Again, any letter in the alphabet can be used as a variable. And 2 is the numerical coefficient. Again, this is variable or literal coefficient. 2 is the numerical coefficient or the constant. So let us expand. So since this is raised to the 3rd power, therefore that will become 2a multiplied by 2a multiplied by 2a. Now, if you will notice that we didn't use the symbol x. Why? Is because if we will use the symbol x, that will serve as a variable. So instead, we use the parenthesis. Okay, so then in multiplying numbers with variable with the same literal coefficient, we are just adding the exponent. So since the exponent of a is understood that this is 1 and this is 1 and this is 1, so we have to add, then multiply the constant. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then a times a is a squared. So that is 4a squared multiplied by 2a. Again, we add the exponent of 1 plus 1 is 2. And then you have 4a squared multiplied by 2a will become 8a cubed. Okay? Question? So this is the exponential form, this is the expanded form, and this is the value. Okay. So this time, let me ask you to solve the following numbers. So give the product of the following. So of course you have to show the expanded form and then the value or the product. Okay, so you have 3 raised to the 4th power. Next, you have 5 raised to the 3rd power. Number 3 is 6 raised to the 4th power. 4 is number 4 is negative 7 raised to the 5th power, and number 5 is 3ab raised to the 4th power. Now, if you will notice on number 4, there is a negative sign. Negative sign. So, negative multiplied by negative is positive. Multiplied by negative is negative. Multiplied by another negative, that is positive. And multiply the last, which is positive multiplied by negative, so that is negative. So, I'll be giving you 3 minutes to answer the expression. Okay, again, that is equal, this is number 5, not number 4. Okay, so we'll check that afterwards. So let's proceed to the next. Okay, so this time, again, to reiterate exponential form, expanded form, and the value. To reiterate, so we have the negative 3 raised to the 3rd power. So that will become, the expanded form is negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So, they have negative times negative is positive, times negative is negative. So, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So, therefore, the answer is negative 27. Again, so you have quantity 5AB, quantity close raised to the 3rd power. So meaning you are going to multiply 5AB 3 times by itself. So you have 5AB times 5AB times 5AB. So if you will notice that there are 3AB, 3AB, and the exponent of this is 1, this one is 1, and this one is 1. They are similar terms, so therefore you have to add the A, the exponent of A, the exponent of B, and B and B. So 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. So the result will become 125 A raised to the 3rd power times B raised to the 3rd power. So in short, that is read as 125 A cubed B cubed. Again, that is 125 A cubed B cubed. Next, you have D7 raised to the 5th power. So that is 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7. So meaning, you have to multiply 7 5 times. And the result will become 16,807. Because 7 times 7 is 49. Multiplied by 7, that is 343. And then multiply by again by 7, that is 2,401. And then multiply by 7, so that will become 16,807. Okay, now, so this time let us proceed on the expression. Okay, so let's say you have 4ab plus 2a cubed. So the instruction is evaluate the expression if a is 3, b is 4. Again, we have to substitute the value of a and b to the expression. So you have 4 multiplied by the value of a is 3 and the value of b is 4 plus 2 times the value of a is 3 raised to the third power. So that is, and then multiply 4 times 3 is 12 times 4 is equals to 48 plus. Now, multiply, there are 3 3's, so multiply 2 and 3 and then get the product of the 2 3's. And what is the product of the 2 3's? So that is equals to 9. Okay, so bring down 48 and then you add 2 times 3 is 6 times 9 is equals to 54, and then add what is the sum of 48 and 54. So that is equals to 102. Okay, next sample. Let's say you have solve 5a cubed b plus 2a plus b to the 4th power. So you have to substitute the value of a, so that is equals to bring down 5 multiplied by 3 raised to the 3rd power times 4 plus 2 times 3 plus 4 raised to the 4th power. Okay, so this time let us multiply first the 5 and 4. So 5 and 4, the product is equals to 20. And then the expanded form of 3 raised to the 3rd power is equals to 3 times 3 times 3 plus the product of 2 times 3 is equals to 6 plus the expanded form of 4 raised to the 4th power, that will become 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, so this time let us multiply the 20 and 3 and the result is equals to 60. And then 3 times 3 is 9 plus, you have to bring down 6 plus, get the product of 4 multiplied by 4 is 16 times 4 is 64, and then bring down the other 4, so you have to multiply that. So that will become 60 times 9 is equals to 540 plus 6 plus the product of 64 and 4 is equals to 256, and then add the 540 plus 6 is equals to 546 plus 256 is equals to 802. Okay, another sample. You have If A is equals to 3, B is 4, C is 2, and D is 5. Solve 2A squared B plus 4A plus B cubed plus CD, the product of C and D. So bring down 2, then get the value of A, which is 3, raised to the second power, times the value of B, which is 4, plus 4 times the value of A is 3, plus value of B is 4, raised to the third power, plus the product of C and D, which is the 2 and the 5. Okay, so let us multiply first the 2 and 4. And the product of 2 and 4 is equals to 8. And then you have the 3 squared will become 3 times 3 plus the product of 4 and 3 is equals to 12 plus the expanded form of 4 raised to the third power is equals to 4 times 4 times 4 plus the product of 2 and 5 is equals to 10. And then you have multiply A times 3 is equals to 24 times 3 plus 12 plus the product of 4 times 4 is equals to 16 times 4 plus 10. And then get the product of 24 and 3, and that is equals to 72 plus 12, and then the product of 16 and 4 is equals to 64 plus 10, and then add. So you have 72 plus 12 is 84 plus 64 and 10 is equals to 74, and then add 4 plus 4 is 8, and then 8 plus 7 is equals to 158. Okay? So again, the result is 158. And for your quiz, solve the following expression if A is 4, B is 3, C is 5, and then 1. You have 4A to the third power plus 5BC. So you have to evaluate. Number 2, you have 2BC plus 4AC raised to the fifth power. Again, to have 2BC plus 4AC raised to the fifth power. Number 3, you have 2ABC plus 6B to the fourth power So there are only 3 numbers. Again, so you have 4a cubed plus 5bc. Number 2 is 2bc plus 4ac to the 5th power. And number 3 is 2abc plus 6b to the 4th power. So you answer that in your notebook. And thanks for watching the video, and of course, do not forget to click the subscription button and hit the notification bell. So that's it. Okay, again, please let your friend subscribe this, because whatever money that we will be getting from this, once it was monetized,